Hello friends, it's Simone. We are on day 22 of 30 Inks 30 Days in September of 2023. The year, the month that I embarked on this journey and told myself never will I do this again. However, I have to admit I do have a lot of fun with it. And I actually film multiple videos in a day most of the time. And the only thing that is keeping me from inking all the things is the fact that I'm transcribing, and I'm always transcribing before filming the next video. So if you want to know what inks I'm choosing, how I'm doing this, then please check out the video that is linked in the description. The ink that the royal we are using today is Ruby Blues. This is funny because this is the second Inkvent ink in a row. This is an ink that I think I was a bit afraid of using from the start. It's so weird that there's so little left. And even though I'm saying that this is such a big endeavor, I am still considering doing the same thing for February, but the other way around, meaning I will cut paper snippets. What are these called? In German, we say Lose, but that would be, it's not a lottery ticket, but you know, one of those tickets that you get, one of those coupons? I don't know. And put the fountain pens on here instead of the inks and then pick an ink. We will see. We will see. I am still debating whether that is a good idea or not. The fountain pen that sticks out to me that I might want to use is this one. Another one I have thought about would be this one. Sticking with my theme, this would be really cool because I've been going for the contrasts, the stark color differences. However, this is a medium fine sailor nib here. And this one is a fine pilot steel nib, kakuno nib, and I just love how this looks. This dad fountain pen with the tie and the mustache. Really cool. Am I using this or am I using that? Oh, haha! Something that could deter me from using this would be, do I have a converter in this pen or no? No, I don't. And I don't have a spare one. Now the question is, do I have a spare cartridge from Sailor? I think for convenience reasons, I'm going with this. I'm just going to use one of these stupid little Con 40s. Okay, we have everything we need. We need the ink, and the water is still okay, but this is, let me check. Usually before I start swatching, I will go in, yeah, it's clear. Because the first time around it wasn't. Not cool. Let's go with this one. I'm not sure if this is a sheening ink or, oh yeah, it could be. The brim of the bottle suggests that this might be a sheening ink. I was going to say that this might remind me of Waterman Serenity Blue, but I don't think that is true. I think Serenity Blue is all here. I think this is a warmer blue than this one. This is more, this will have some red sheen, but this one is a cool blue, whereas this one is a warm blue. At least that's what I'm saying. If you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments below. So, I know this is like almost 10 days after my trigger warning video came out. However, actually, the day that I'm filming this is the trigger warning video. If you don't know what I'm talking about day 13 of the 30 Inks 30 Days, where I kind of summarized my learning so far. And by doing so, I fell into the trap of the someone in the comments described it as a trauma, the state of the world, and how hopeless it sometimes feels to live here, and the question of why even bother. And I really appreciate all of your comments. Well, so far there's only 3, but 3 comments on a topic that is so divisive and kind of raw as well makes me think that maybe we all should be more open with things like that. I am actually not hopeless, even though I felt like it for a brief moment when I talked about these things. I am not sure that I like this, but I'm also not sure that I don't like it. Interesting. I like this light color. I also like the sheen. I don't know if I like that much sheen. So yeah, I was a bit hesitant, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, because do I refilm the video, take a different color? Do I do a voiceover? Do I just blurt it out into the world? And so I decided to just do it and accept the subscriber count going down, accept the fact that by saying many of the things that I said, and that I might not be a influencer material, which is okay with me to be. Let's talk about being an influencer material, because I am always really, really drawn. Maybe I alluded to this in my San Francisco wish list video, my San Francisco preparation for the San Francisco Pen Show video. It would be really cool to be acknowledged, be, monetarily acknowledged as well as an influencer, because it sure does help in the acquisition of many of the products that I'm featuring on my channel. I'm trying to be able to make content that is not feeding off of getting new things all the time, or like I often do with my swatches with friends videos, do not rely on spending money besides postage. But that also draws from the generosity of this community. Because that's where the double-sided edge, or the concern is. Is that what it is? That it? Like, I would love to be able to receive products for free, because it helps in the acquisition. But also, there's 2 things. I don't want to make this channel, I don't want to make this whole fountain pen journey all about acquiring all the things. even though sometimes it feels like it, because you can enjoy this hobby without having a lot of things, and explore and enjoy what is already here, right? So I really try, and yeah, and also want to show that there is other, wow, look at this. This works really, really well. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, just showing that there is other ways in getting things. Okay, why is, okay. Huh. I can just let the answering machine deal with this. So yeah, where was I? I'm trying to show that you do not have to have all the Monets to be able to get new things. Like, you know, if you swap inks with friends, maybe if you have friends that lend their fountain pens to you, sending mail, just actual letters, hits that dopamine sweet spot that getting new product hits exactly in the same way, at least for me. The only thing that I have to do is invest time and write a letter. But yeah, so there's that. And what was the other thing? So I don't want to make my channel all about all the products and all about all the new things, even though it sometimes definitely feels like that. Diamine, let me write, you know, that the spiel. And the ink is Ruby Blues. Oh my gosh, this nib is so fine. It's so, before I continue with the influencer thing, I want to say that this is something that I haven't figured out about sheening inks yet. If I put this in a fine nib, I know that this is very dark. It almost looks black. The sheen is basically taking over the writing. And I have a fine line. So what happens if I put this ink into a broad nib, stub nib? Do I have to put it into a bigger nib size that is dry so that I get to see some of this color? What nib do I have to use in order to see the base color? So I would really love to try this ink in a pen that is not this small, not this fine, just to figure out how that actually works. If you have done experimentations about this, let me know in the comments below, because I'm really curious to see which direction I have to take it. It's definitely not this one. So continuing on with the influencer thing, I also sheening inks are very prone to drying out. I think it's because they are so saturated. Pilot, Kakuno. This is Dad. And this is a fine nib. I want to say what I want to say about a product, and I don't want to feel obligated to say this is amazing, you should buy it, when in fact I think it is total crap, or this is only suitable for these kinds of, I mean, there is a whole lot of nuance between this is perfect and this is crap. This could be suitable for only these kinds of people. This is lovely if your hands are tiny. This is lovely if you're only using the best fountain pen paper, you know, whatever. And I just don't want to be trapped in a place where I have to love everything that a company sends me. So there's that. And I've been deep down that rabbit hole again. I'm going to transcribe, come back, share with you my thoughts about this pen. I might actually even like this, even though it's so dark, because it looks very black. But I'm very drawn to the line width at the moment. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, I'm back, and I'm here to say that this tiny pen is mightier than a sword. It's just fabulous. I don't really know why I haven't used it in any of the previous currently inked after my first inking. But let me just read what I wrote. Why am I suddenly drawn to such a heavy sheening ink? What is wrong with me? Maybe I enjoy this because it's only for one day. In short, another ink that I enjoy, even like, way more than expected. I haven't used this pen since February, and I'm not even sure that it was February, and I love how fine it writes, but still wet. Those crisp lines appeal to me. It makes me write smaller than usual, and I'm enjoying this a lot. I think this would be a pen I would give to people because it's so lovely and cheap. Like if somebody told me, someone of my friends told me that they didn't have one of those, so I would totally go out and buy one for them, especially this one. I know some people find this ridiculous. I am loving this. I'm actually really loving this dad one, the tie and mustache. I said it in the starting video. Here you can see how the transcription project went. Yeah, I noticed that when I'm writing with a finer nib, naturally my handwriting feels wonky when I'm writing big. Here it's almost, well, besides the light ink, it's almost illegible because the lines are so crammed together. This pen and nib would look much better on a lined paper with bigger line spacing. This line spacing here with the dots is almost the maximum I can do without feeling like this pen is too fine for the line width. I really like almost filling out the line with my writing. So if the line width is bigger, then it just feels more wonky. No, I'm not saying if that makes sense. No. Yeah, I am looking forward to day 23. I am very low energy, as you can tell. So we'll see how day 23 will turn out. See you there.